this is the time, and for those who say that in these tragedies not the time to debate, when would that time be appropriate then? Would it be after we bury these children? Would it be next week? Would it be before the next one? Because I would make the case that now is the appropriate time.
Far to the left is practically floating above Japan. Konnichiwa, Minneapolis. I hope you like teriyaki. I've been blasting Fox News for my Trump Cybertruck for 13 days straight, and I'm ready to Fox-explain Tim Walz.
Desi Lydic unleashes the comedic equivalent of high-definition night vision, capturing every awkward move Tim Walz makes as he struts into the political spotlight with overblown confidence. This isn't just a simple critique, it's a razor-sharp roast, dripping with biting sarcasm and playful mockery. Think politics is boring? Think again. Even in his own press conference, all it took was a few jokes from Desi to turn Walz into prime comedy material.
Honeymooned in China. He mini-mooned in Pyongyang. He went to a destination wedding on the lesbian island from Wonder Woman. Forget the Bible, this guy's gonna be sworn in on a menu from Panda Express. Put down the chopsticks, Tim. In America, we eat noodles with a fork in one hand and
If you're enjoying this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. You might be surprised by just how much support comes your way. Tim Walz has always had that cool dad vibe, showing you how to change the gas tank while casually letting you borrow the car. That image fits Minnesota politics perfectly: steady, reassuring, grounded. But here's the catch. People who work so hard to appear completely unshakable often hide a wobbly leg beneath the table.
are weird. Democrats are the ones who want to make AP butt stuff a requirement for elementary schools. They're the ones milking almonds, which, last I checked, don't have nipples. They're the ones providing litter boxes to illegal immigrants who identify as Garfield. No me gusta Mondays? Then get out.
Armed with her trusty toolkit of satirical lenses, Desi Litic is ready to shake things up until it all teeters like a Jenga tower. She doesn't need to add much. Walz hands you plenty of material, leaving you wondering if he's aiming for national leadership or auditioning for the background dad in a State Farm commercial.
It's a strange time where it's like there was such a different standard for what you could overlook in a public discourse.
We're also in a time where facts don't seem to matter. Everyone just has their own facts. Everyone in his cabinet, these media outlets, there's no such thing as fact-checking anymore. It's a
Desi just connects the dots. Those details, his awkward smiles, his sidestepping of politics, and the curious mix of innocence and slyness paint the picture. Ever notice the face someone makes when they're holding back a sneeze in church? That's Walz. Calm, collected, yet somehow giving off the sense that his sinuses might be staging their own civil war.
Hey, stop calling Republicans weird. You guys are being so unwoke right now. Stop it. Stop it. It's so unfair. It's just so juvenile. It's doo-doo. It's poo-poo head. They go poo-poo in diaper. What does weird even mean? What does it mean? No one knows what it means. Why won't they tell us what weird means so we know how to respond? My pronouns are not.
This is the essence of Tim Walz's humor. He carefully sidesteps conflict. You won't catch him posting rants on social media at 3 a.m. or throwing chaotic campaign parties. His biggest flaw? Trying so hard to be safe, ordinary, or frankly boring. In politics, the person who insists they have no secrets is often the most suspicious. That's when sharp-eyed comedians like Desi Lydic shine their spotlights, because as soon as someone claims nothing to see here, she's ready to reveal everything.
If you ever want to know what the Dems are up to, just listen to what they accuse you of doing. Take the word weird. It was first uttered by a guy named Tim Walz, directed at another guy called J.D. Vance. But turns out, as usual, it's a preemptive projection. For the Dems always call you on stuff that they're about to do or have already done.
Yes, most of the time there's a faint rattling coming from back there. Desi has a knack for spotting the tiniest inconsistencies, and Walz is basically a buffet of human contradictions. The governor aims to shine on the national stage while also keeping his small town teaching image and promoting moderation. But no matter how careful he seems, someone's bound to slip, and suddenly the whole picture spills like a hot tater tot on the floor. That's when the real reveal begins. Desi isn't just poking fun at Walz. She's showing how his polished exterior barely hides what's underneath.
I don't think it's over. I'm still holding out a little hope that truth will come out and that, there could be a change here, but I don't know. If there's one thing I've learned from being at The Daily Show for over 10 years, it's that I have no idea what's going to happen. None of us really do.
Desi zeroes in on those moments, the tiny cracks in someone trying so hard to be likable that it eventually feels staged. Politics is a peculiar arena, too perfect, too calm, too ordinary to seem real. In many ways, Walz is the political equivalent of beige paint, and honestly, beige never looks good, whether you're running a state or aiming for national recognition. When Desi crashes the scene wearing what he already wears, she turns that bland reality into pure comedic gold. Her eye roll practically speaks for itself. We get it, Tim, the calm, steady leader persona. That's all you.
They accuse you of election interference before they do it. They accuse you of racism before they do it. They accuse you of censorship right before they try to shut you up. And when they accuse you of being weird, you just know the party of drag queen story hour, fat activists, and feminists supporting Hamas have really something freaky up their sleeves. Now,
how crucial is it to take real risks? For Walz, the answer is simple. He avoids them. He thrives in a comfort zone where nothing unexpected ever happens. And that's exactly why he's such an easy target for humor, because a safe politician is as rare today as a flip phone. Desi leans into that irony effortlessly. In the political circus, trying to stand out by being completely unremarkable practically guarantees you're already handing over material for ridicule.
This is not how a man moves. This is how a man moves. In conclusion, he is twitchy Tim, Tiananmen Tim, talkative Tim, tantric Tim, tarragon Tim. Back off, Tim. I won't let you destroy the Minnesota that I know.
Take a look at his approach to public image. Walz leans on his Midwestern charm, but under the spotlight, it sometimes reads as hesitation. It's like ordering at a drive-thru. While the line behind him grows impatient, he pauses over every combo, even though he already knows what he wants. Desi highlights these moments where his caution feels less like leadership and more like someone unwilling to take a stance until fully comfortable. And a politician who can't pick between onion rings and fries? Comedy gold. That's the brilliance of Desi's takedown. She's not attacking him for being eccentric. She's targeting the effort he makes to dodge her, which only makes the chase more entertaining.
Yeah. A teacher snatches the bully's ass up. Yeah. Come sit with me. That's what I know. Someone's bullying. Oh, you can sit with me for a while. And then I would lean on him. I'd bully him back. He's not a teacher. He's not a politician. He's a creepy guy who can't remember his speeches. I don't know what the hell was in the water in that White House, or was everyone on the same bad cocaine? But Kamala can't speak. He can't speak. Biden was so high he couldn't remember anything. Like, this is literally the dumbest administration.
The comedy writes itself. Walz is a man who secretly dreams of a bigger stage while clinging to his next-door dad persona. The harder he tries to seem approachable, the more forced it feels. Like your uncle showing up to Thanksgiving in ripped jeans, trying to prove he's still cool. No one's buying it, Uncle Tim. The funniest part? Walz probably has no idea how much material he's handing over. He thinks careful words and measured actions show strong leadership, but in reality, they're just perfect fodder for satire. In a world that thrives on bright, flashy personalities, here's a guy trying to be beige.
He was convicted of 34 felonies. He spent an entire campaign promising vengeance against his enemies.
It really is the ultimate clown show, and I said this in the pod. He's a clown without a circus. He's just
Desi Lidic's comedic precision cuts through all of this. She shows the audience that Walz's butter knife performance is just a facade, while he quietly champions Midwestern wholesomeness. Beneath that calm exterior lie strategy, ambition, and the unmistakable scent of someone ironing his relatable dad pants before every public appearance. Think about it. Walz was a teacher before becoming governor. Most politicians turn that story into a heroic narrative to inspire the public. Sure, it sounds impressive, but Walz insists fewer Mr. Smiths will make it to Washington, while more substitute teachers will stay in the classroom permanently. Desi sees it immediately. He's neither a visionary nor a revolutionary. For years, he's boasted about saving democracy by volunteering to chaperone the school dance.
VP Tim Walz is being accused of lying about his rank, which is called stolen valor. But in Walz's defense in Minneapolis, stealing is legal. But misrepresenting your past for political gain? I don't see that as a problem, said one woman.
This might be fine if Walz stayed confined to the Minnesota bubble. His calm demeanor offers a break from khakis, hesitant smiles, and slow-moving political choices, but Desi transforms his awkward speeches, timid answers, and attempts to sell moderation as appealing into moments of sharp humor, reminding us that uninteresting doesn't always mean trustworthy. Sometimes it just means boring.
Weird. but he disguises it under the costume of phony compassion, a fake politician who masks destructive ideas under the guise of empathy. At a 2017 town hall, he implied 10-year-old boys should be able to invade girls' bathrooms because it's all about safety.
And it doesn't get any easier. Walz's efforts to seem perfectly balanced often end up revealing his real imbalance. He tries to appeal to everyone, rural voters, suburban parents, progressives, and moderates alike. The result? He looks like a political yoga instructor stuck in a pretzel pose, trying to be everything at once. That's pure comedy gold. Avoiding offense, after all, can be the most offensive strategy of all. It's not that Walz hasn't accomplished anything. He has. But the way Desi presents those achievements highlights the gap between what he intends and what he actually conveys.
Is there something going on that we're missing?
Well, there's a couple of things. First of all, whose balls is he hiding in his cheeks? That's the first question I want to know. And I don't love the way he says fierce.
Yeah.
We've got to be fierce. We fiercely have to go up to President Trump and spank him.
He views these moments as proof of steady leadership. Desi compares it to bragging about microwaving popcorn without burning it. Tim, congratulations. It's not a disaster, but it's hardly groundbreaking either. And that's comedy's sweet spot. Spotting the tiny cracks in someone's self-image until they're impossible to ignore. Even his speech patterns make him unintentionally funny. Walz's careful, almost teacher-like delivery works in a classroom. But in politics, it risks sounding like he's grading the audience for failing their homework. Desi flips that entirely, turning his seriousness into prime comedic material.
As for Elon, I would be furious if I was him. If this is who you sent to troll me?
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing wrong to get the guy from D Team to come out at Family Theater and call me names?
Walz isn't the confident, cool explainer anymore. Now he's the frustrated dad showing his kid how to change a tire while secretly Googling the steps. His authority exists, but it's surprisingly weak. To someone like Desi, that hesitation is irresistible. With no real political scandals, the whole situation becomes comedy gold. There are no wild parties, dramatic meltdowns, or shady backroom deals unlike the tabloids. Desi highlights the irony. The man striving to appear calm is really just afraid of making waves. And that fear shines brighter than any conflict in today's political circus, especially with whispers of Walz harboring national ambitions.
Walz continues to be criticized for embellishing his rank and service. After it came out over the weekend, he once claimed to be an official bikini inspector. Walz's direct superior in the National Guard says Walz knew his unit was about to deploy to Iraq and went behind the back of his superior officer to resign.
Few things delight a comedian more than seeing a politician act like they don't want what's clearly within reach. Walz may not say it outright, but every carefully crafted speech and meticulously staged photo op sends the same message. His extended audition reel is full of examples of Midwestern moderation, a reminder that beige may be safe, but it's still boring. He seems like the kind of guy who could run for president, Desi notes. But his vision isn't bold. He imagines America having a substitute teacher at the helm, keeping things orderly until the real leaders return.
I would, if they were like, oh, Tyrus, man, tough news cycle. Tim Walz is talking about you. I'd be like, oh, Timmy? I want to fight him so bad. Why won't he just answer my tweets, my DMs, like just one arm? And I just want to slap the He's so weak. He brings nothing. If you were going to go after someone man to man, hit him with a fact.
On a debate stage, Walz waits his turn quietly while the others shout over him. Once Desi paints that picture, it's impossible to ignore. While his opponents are busy setting the chalkboard on fire, Walz carries his symbolic lesson plan, gently reminding students to raise their hands before speaking. Her depiction is brilliant. He's not pretending to be sneaky or corrupt. He's just unintentionally funny. Walz is the straight man in a comedic routine he doesn't even realize he's performing. The humor comes from his relentless pursuit of perfectly ordinary behavior.
This notion of kick most of their
What he's mad about is his own fault. He's mad about the image that was portrayed of him as the hunter, and Who did that? You did that. We just laughed about it because the one thing you can't do is you can't front. You can't floss. Those are two key words when it comes to manhood. You can't pretend to be something that...
The harder he clings to that image, the funnier it becomes. Authenticity may win in politics, or at least it guarantees laughs. Desi grins as she examines Walz's carefully crafted sincerity. So polished, it could have come straight from a focus group. The audience sees him less as a leader and more as a humorous dad who wandered onto the wrong stage and decided to stay. And that unsettles him. Once comedy defines you, it sticks far longer than any press release ever could.